Hello everybody and welcome back. As you can see in that little intro I had, you can add custom items like guns, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how. So, let's start out by adding a character. Um, I guess I'll go over this process one more time. You can never do this process too many times, and actually we're going to go orange. Anyway, let's change this to a skeleton. You know, we're gonna give a skeleton a gun. It's about time he gets a gun over a bow and arrow. It's time to upgrade Mr. Skeleton. So we've got Mr. Skeleton right here. Let's go ahead and add a keyframe down here so that we can start to animate him. Click the position button and move him over so that he is no longer in the spawn area. If you click OK down here, it exits the keyframe menu and brings you back to these main menus. Let's go ahead and add an item. Now, to add a custom item, you're going to need to edit the items.ping that comes with Minecraft. Each square is a 16 by 16 block. And I've actually made my own block with some gun graphics, and the gun graphics I got are from Forello's Minecraft Sniper mod. You may have seen the mod review I did on his mod, actually 3 times because he's been updating it. And so these graphics are from him. He's the one that made them, and he was nice enough to give me permission to use those graphics. And I'll even have a download of the items.ping I made for the guns using his graphics, so if you want to add the guns to yours, you can. Just know that Forello was the one that made those. So to add custom items, you can see when you want to add an item, you have the item name. We're going to go ahead and just say gun. You have type, which needs to be item, and then you've got items, default items. Now this is the picture here it's going to be pulling from, so I can click anywhere on here and it pulls in the item. Now if I were to click this, it brings down this drop down menu and it has browse. So I've actually saved this on my external hard drive and guns right there. So now you can see this is totally changed. I'm clicking in white space, so it's not bringing anything in, but if, let's say, I click right here, you have the Barrett 50 caliber sniper rifle. You got the Desert Eagle, you got the Intervention, the L96, I think this was the M4, what was this one? I don't remember all the names. The MP5 and the normal pistol. I even added their magazines. Now these come in a little big, so you'll have to scale them down if you are using them. Say you like attach it to his belt or something. And they are, so if you've got the Barrett 50 caliber here, the magazine is underneath it. So I lined it up so that the magazines weren't under the guns. And then down here you've got the bullet and the scope. I didn't know if people wanted to add a scope to a custom item or even add some bullets, do a matrix style thing, a bullet's coming at you. Do whatever you want. So let's go ahead and use this. Now I went over parenting in the new features thing, but I'll go over it again here. Once you've added an item, go ahead and add a keyframe, click OK. Click in the Instance tab, and you're going to see the items here. You've got your camera, your character 1, which is the skeleton, and the gun, which is our Desert Eagle. And down here is where the lock to parent option is. If you go ahead and click that, character 1, and we're going to do this in his right arm. As always, it spawns up above, so we're actually going to have to move this gun down, which is easy to do with these new 3D handles. So let's go ahead, move it down. Click rotation so we can get those. Rotate it around. Oop, wrong way. Let's actually reset that to 0. I wanted the yellow. Oh, the her. I forgot. When you rotate it, you kind of have to remember which one is which, so the red is the one that brings it forward. There we go. It's actually going to be really big for his hand, but that's okay. Back. Yeah, skeleton is packing. Let's bring it back. About right there, that's good. Now it is rotated a little strange. No, I don't want that one. I wanted the slider. Rotate. Ah, there we go. Which one is that? Oh, that's this one right here. So let's just set that to 90 and move this back over so that it is centered. Let's check our sides. Good. So he's packing a Desert Eagle. Let's go ahead and give him one more gun. Let's click OK here. Let's go back up to our library. We're gonna go click Add Item. Now you see it resets to this main image again, and to quickly get to the gun image again, you just click the drop down box and it remembers previous paths that you have used. So if I just click guns, voila, it's there again, and let's give him just the normal pistol. So he's going to be packing 2 pistols. Let's give this a name, Pistol 2. Okay, let's close this, go down to Instances, click Pistol 2, lock to Parent, this is Character 1, and this one will be his left arm. Now I've got an idea. I actually want to see if this will work. So we'll click the gun. We'll go here. We'll copy. And we'll go here. We'll paste. Ah, that didn't work like I wanted it to. Oh, that's just because I pasted the X, Y. Anyway, let's just do this real quick. Rotation. Let's see, set to 90. Okay. Let's, is it the Y? Yes. Okay. Now these guns do look a little big. You can scale them down or even make them bigger. Now let's go ahead and scale this one down. So if I just click the scale tab and just scale it down, because the Desert Eagle needs to be bigger than our pistol, of course. Alright, let's pull this out. Get down just a hair. And Mr. Skeleton is packing. So if we go to click our skeleton here, let's go ahead and animate these guns. Let's just put a keyframe right here. Let's select let's just start with this arm here. And let's rotate it up so it's like that. Now you can see I'm going to have to fix our gun. We'll slide this along so we can see where it's at. And we're actually going to want to tilt this forward, or just like that. Okay. Now, let's go back to this keyframe. Select his other arm. Bring the camera around. And let's see, which axis is that? Let's go ahead and just put that at 90 degrees. Ooh, at negative 90 degrees. Here we go. He is packing. This is awesome. Okay, so we've added let's do a slow draw. Let's give it some time. Let's speed down the tempo and let's play. So he's just like, "You wanna go, sucker? You feeling lucky, punk?" So, now in that intro I had, it was shaking, and the way I did that, it didn't take too much time, but it was just, what I did is I started with the guns. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add a keyframe just like this, meaning when I start to add keyframes down here with movement, I'm going to go ahead and delete those. I'll just show you what I mean. So if I say right here, okay, I want to start having the gun do its jittery thing. So I want to, oh, and it's rotated, so we want, is it yellow? No, we want the blue one. So all I did was I made a keyframe where it went back, a keyframe where it went forward, and so it just made it look like it was going like this. But if I just animate this first keyframe I added here, what's going to happen is when I press play, this gun is actually going to be sliding back as I go. So what I want to do on that is we're going to delete this. We're going to add that keyframe. So what I've done is these are kind of like, this has no movement whatsoever in between these keyframes. So by adding this, it just makes sure that when I start to add little keyframes right here, it will not start moving until it passes this one. So all I did was I added a keyframe right there, moved it back, clicked right after that one, moved it forward, clicked right after that one, did that, did that, did that, and so on and so forth. So we'll just add a couple more of these. And I think this is as good a time as ever as to do an introduction to the Instance tab, because the Instance tab is going to save you a lot of time with your animating. Um, so actually what I'm going to go ahead and do is delete. Click OK. Let's actually watch this. So he raises his guns and he's just like, "What are you gonna do, punk?" Pop, 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 pop. Anyway, let's go back to our library. We're going to pick the Desert Eagle, and we are going to remove it. And it is gone. Now let's say I wanted to just make a second gun in his hand that was doing the same motion. I can go down to Instances, I'll select Pistol 2, and I will click Duplicate. And just like magic, it duplicates all of the items and even the position. So you're like, well, where's the gun? And it's actually stacked directly on top of this one. So let's go ahead. You're going to have to reparent it. So we're going to lock to parent, character 1, and we're going to go to his right arm. So it knew exactly where to put it. And now let's see if this works how I think it's going to. Yes, yes, amazing. This is awesome. So, good stuff. I mean, that's pretty simple, and that just saved me, 30 seconds just doing this short thing right here. But as far as like adding animations, the Instance tab is going to be your best friend. Now I'm not going to go, I mean it's pretty simple on how to use this, but I'm not going to do an in-depth run over in this tutorial because this is the custom items tutorial. I will work on the Instance tutorial next. So just know duplicate is the one you want to use to copy the keyframes. Remove and add are, well, remove it and add is kind of something a little bit different than duplicate, but I will not go over that right now. So, let's do something cool. Let's add one more item. Okay, and we're back. So we are going to go ahead and redo this. I made the mistake of not saving my animation when I had already done all this work. So learn from me and save your animation. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and clone this item again. We're going to go to duplicate. Now it's pistol number 2. We're going to go to parent, character 1, and left arm. And now in this menu, we're actually going to want to bring his left arm. Is it this? No. Set to 0. Is it the Z? No, it's going to be the X. We're going to bring that up. Oh, shoot behind you, fool. -90. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Let's slow it down. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to add one more item. We're going to click OK. Go up to the library and we're going to go to add item default, browse, find our gun file. Okay. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to add some bullets. Okay, we're going to name this bullet. Now let's, what we're going to do is we're going to click right here, then we're going to click right here, and then we're going to select both of these keyframes, and we're going to click, we're going to click, select, well, come on now. Sorry, select this keyframe, select visible, so now the bullet is not visible until it reaches this point. And we actually want to change it around a little bit, of course. So we're going to go ahead, change that to, is it -90? Yep. I'm going to bring it out. We're actually going to scale this bad boy down quite a bit. Okay. We're going to bring it up. It's getting closer. Bring it over like this. Bring it down. Okay, so the first keyframe is right here, and now we're going to go like this. Second keyframe. You know what? We're actually going to like this. Go just zoom out so it goes off camera. And we're just going to make it go like that. So it's just going to be quick. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to save. And then we're going to duplicate this bullet quite a few times. So we're going to go to instances, we're going to go to bullet, we're going to go duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. So we now have 4. Now another cool trick about the instancing is, say I've got 30 items in my timeline and I'm sick and tired of scrolling up and down. If I'm done kind of working on the character 1, pistol 2, and pistol 1, I'll just click those cameras right there and voila, they're not on the timeline. But if I press play here, they're still doing their thing. So that's just a quick thing to do. So we're actually going to take these 2 keyframes and we're going to drag them out like that. We're going to take these 2. Actually, we're going to do this a little bit more organized. Those 2 go out like that. Those 2 go out like that. And those 2 go out like so. So let's take a look at this. And we're going to slow it down a lot because those are pretty quick keyframes. And we're going to press play. So he brings up his guns. He's just like, what are you going to do? Bonk. Pop, pop, pop. Yes. Awesome. So we're just going to go ahead and keep duplicating that a couple more times. Bullet 4. Let's see. Let's show the pistol. How many? Well, we've got quite a few. So it doesn't, and you can actually duplicate your duplicates. So if I do bullet 4, you'll see it just duplicated this one, which is farther down the timeline. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's, alright. So we just want to move these incrementally forward. So we're going to move those up 1, those up another, those up another, and those up 1, and I think, yep, that's all we added. Okay, we'll turn on one of the pistols so we can actually see how far we gotta go. We've got quite a ways to go still, but we're gonna call that good. So now you see I've got all these instances of the bullets. And now if I wanted to add one on the other gun, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hide all these. And then I'm going to duplicate bullet 1 again, which is now bullet 10. And I'm actually, so bullet 10's down here. I'm actually going to move Mr. Bullet over here to this gun. And in this keyframe, we're going to move him over this way. Now you're going to want to be a little more accurate than I was. I'm going to click save. So now to add bullets to the other side, we're going to start copying bullet number 10. So we're going to duplicate. And now if you wanted to do this a little bit more organized than I'm doing, you would make 2 bullets, and so you would say bullet left, which you would be, or bullet right, which would be the duplicate. So it would say bullet right 1, bullet right 2, and then you would make another bullet in the library and make it bullet left, so that you don't get confused on which bullets are on which side. So that's just from an organizational standpoint a little bit better way to do it than how I'm doing it. But I'm just doing it real quick to show you guys this cool feature. So let's do this. And let's move that out right there. So let's watch this bad boy. Dun -dun -dun. Cue epic music. Yes. Now, I mean, that was only a couple seconds of cool guns. But I'm liking it. You know, it looks very nice. So folks, that is the custom, we'll save this one more time. That is the custom item tutorial. Just a quick overview. When you click add, you click your item, you browse, you find the your image, and you can now add them. Just something to note, well, I'll make a little additive I'll put on the end of this video as far as making your own. So, find your item and animate it. It's just as easy as that, and then use the instancing to add and remove like that. Now, I can't remember the name of my subscriber, but he asked, how can you add custom mobs? I was talking to David about this, and at this point in time, you can't add custom mobs because of models. I mean, you have to pick a certain model for it to make. Um, so, I mean, in order to make really custom mobs, what you can do is actually just pick a model and then edit the skin. So it'll still be folded like one of the mobs already in Minecraft, but you can actually just you can change the skin so that it's a different color and just play around with it like that. So you can't really build your own models just yet, but you can edit the skins and make them look a lot different. So you can actually make, where is he? Snowman, Pyro Baby, Balloonicorn, Ocelot, Iron Golem, Sheep Squid. Oh, Zombie Pigman. So, I mean, you could change the Zombie Pigman skin so that he looks like a mobster, because I believe the subscriber wanted to do the, oh, I just had a brain fart of the game he wanted to use, the bank heist game. So, I mean, just, you're pretty much at this point just going to have to make your own custom skins as far as that goes for custom mobs. And, I mean, play around with, where is he? Character. Let's hide some of these silly things. Alright, there's character 2. Play around with the scale. I mean, that's going to help you out a lot as well, as far as, like, you make a little kid, you can make a giant, you can even change different, like, his proportions, so you can make him like this, but you can also pick, what, first of all, let's move Mr. Pigman out of the way. Alright, so if you click on the scale, you can click body parts as well. So we can make his head. You can make him an evil genius with just a gymongous head. Then click on his legs. One of his legs is, where is it? Is longer than the other. Position. So we can see that. So one of his legs is longer than the other. So just things like that. So technically you can make custom mobs. You're just going to have to get creative with the scale menu as far as body parts go. So that is enough. And I can even scale this little headpiece on him so that his little head over skin thing is different. Anyway. So that's custom items, and I guess custom mobs, you could call it that, and then I will add a short little clip on the end of this on as far as making the custom items in your editing software. Alright everybody, this is just, I'll probably end up making this video a two-parter just because it is, it's turned out to be longer than I thought it was going to be. So I've made a custom document here that is the size of the items.png, which is 256 by 256, and each individual square where the items are going to be pulled from is 16 by 16, and now the measurement is pixels. I will work on getting a download for this gun ping and also this well, I guess it's a Photoshop, so I won't make that available, but I will give you a download for the gun.ping. And of course, remember, these images were created from Frello's Minecraft Sniper mod that I will also have a link for in the description below, and you can check out my mod review on that as well. So if you're going to make your own items, make sure you make the document 256 by 256, and make these blocks 16 by 60. Now you can actually, I lied, you don't have to make this 256 by 256. You could make these HD graphics like other ones. So if you're going to do that, I would open up an HD graphics items.png so it's the right size and perspective and work on it there. So if you need help with that, go ahead and leave it in the comments below, and I might make a video as far as making HD graphics for guns and things like that. But anyway, this video is dragging along. I hope to help you guys. This is going to open up your animating skills a lot more because you can now add real life items. I mean, swords and bows are real life items, but you can now add guns. You could add new foods. You know, whatever your heart desires, you just have to be able to draw it. And you can put it in. So, everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'm not saying that anymore. Thanks for watching. This is Ski Dude. Spread the word about Animator. Spread the word about my channel. If you like these videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button somewhere up in here. Then, you know, I try to upload a Mine-imator tutorial at least once a day. I'm branching off into other games, and I'm still trying to get some subscriber events set up where I can play some games with you guys. So as always, thanks for watching. Thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.